Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to our Wednesday evening G2 Global Agency Development Training call. I'm so glad to see all of you all on the call today. And I'm excited about what we are doing with G2 Global Network and this particular EPOP program, which is what we are going to be discussing on this evening. We will be dealing with the nature of EPOP, which is Employer Payroll Optimization Program, and how to share this information with people in your network. I suggest that you all, if you are not writing down any information or notes, make sure that you're taking this seriously and taking the notes and the information down so you can go back and recap. I will give everyone a handout as well, so don't worry about that. You will get a handout. But yeah, guys, listen, thank you for showing up on the call today. For all of you all that's new to the call, and those of you all that's been with us for some time now, listen, we are still talking about the EPOP. Guys, why? Listen, we're having a lot of traction with this EPOP. All week we've been getting deals in and customers signing up to at least get appointments to hear more and more information about the EPOP program. So people are really receptive to this particular type of this type of savings optimization program. So listen, that's encouraging for those of you all that have not turned in any deals yet. Make sure that you're sharing this with as many business owners and people that is connected to business owners that have employees, because they simply don't know that this particular program exists. So you have something in your hand of value. You have something of value. And that's what we're going to touch bases on today as it relates to this EPOP program. So once again, welcome all of you all to the call. Every Wednesday and every Monday, we have our momentum call on Mondays, which is our agency opportunity. For once again, for those of you all that's new on this call, make sure that you tune in on Monday as we're sharing the opportunity for the G2 Global Agency program and platform. Some of you all are not aware that you have access to a plethora of different products and programs outside of the EPOP, which is just one of the essential flagship programs that we have here at G2 Global Network. So on Monday, that is our opportunity call. This is where we share the opportunity and we make it readily available to those that's interested in becoming part of this network. And then on Wednesdays, we are doing product training. So on Wednesday, we're going to capture different products that G2 Global has to offer. Today, we're going to deal with the EPOP. Of course, you all know that this is our flagship program. This is our flagship program. This is the program that we are all excited about. And listen, kudos to you all. Kudos, because you literally have been booking appointments all week and the week before that. And I just got booked on a Friday call with thousands of people that's going to be on this Zoom call as I do a presentation for their group. These people are really excited about this. So today we're going to dig in a little bit on the EPOP. Once again, if you have not had studied any notes from our last training, make sure that you are writing down notes for this training. So welcome to the EPOP Employee Payroll Optimization Training. This is the evolution of a powerful, very powerful federal tax strategy that a lot of businesses, over 95% of businesses, do not know about. I'm going to repeat that. Over 95%, about 95%, only 5% of companies even know that this particular strategy even exists. Companies hire tax advisors, accountants, CPAs, and things of that nature to skim through their books and to save the money and trim the fat and all these different areas. And but unless your CPA or your bookkeeper, your accountant, whomever that's handling these companies' books know about these federal tax credits that's associated to a wellness program, they're going to skip over this. They're not going to know much about this because this was buried inside of a bill. When they revised this particular program back in 2014 under the Obamacare, the ACA, under the Affordable Care Act, all of these adjustments and these credits and these revised FICA credits that was given to business owners that has 3 or more employees is working 30 hours a week. When it was given to them, it was attached to a medical benefit program, okay? And it was passed inside of that bill. So unless you have gone through that bill or you've read through the Affordable Care Act and things of that nature, then you wouldn't know as a business that these things even exist. Okay, so there's credits, there's tax credits that was given to these companies. There was about 4 tax credits. 2 of those tax credits were already in existence. There was 2 more additional tax credits that was added to the equation. And most companies right now are probably either not operating under any of the tax credits, or they may just be taking advantage of at least 2 of those, which is the 125 and the 105. But today we're going to let you know that there's about 4 different credits. There's a 213D, a 106, a 105, and a 125. And those are the different FICA tax credits that you want your clients to be able to take advantage of. However, they don't know that these tax credits exist. So your job as an agency is to simply make them aware. It does not cost them a dime up front. It's not based on their credit, their business credit, their income, personal credit, or anything like that. They're not going to have to pull out their checkbook at the end and write a check or anything of that nature. Okay, this is purely information that you're sharing, and you're getting these companies registered and set up to maximize the savings and also benefit from the supplemental insurance or coverage that they're giving to the employees at no net cost. That's good news. That is good news. So this EPOP is the Employer Payroll Optimization Program. And when you're speaking with people, you want to let them know that this is a federal tax strategy. Okay? This is a federally recognized payroll tax strategy. Okay, and it's designed to legally reduce employer payroll tax liability. That's what we're doing. We're reducing payroll tax liabilities for companies with 3 or more employees working 30 hours a week. Okay, and what it's doing is it's going to eliminate some of that burden, but it's also going to increase the employee benefit. And this is at no net cost to them. Okay, so this is exciting news for companies right now, especially in this time, because they're trying to figure out how to trim the fat. A lot of companies are laying off right now. They're downsizing. They're shutting down locations. And I'm not saying that the EPOP program will eliminate companies from having to shut down and things of that nature, but if they were able to figure out that maybe a couple of 100,000 or in some cases some millions of dollars is being overspent in this particular area, that we could get that money back into these companies' bottom line. Maybe they can expand a little bit. Maybe they can sustain a little bit. Maybe they can increase their marketing budget. Maybe they may not have to lay off a few people for some time now, because they were able to find additional areas in the company where the company is bleeding. Okay. And so remember, as agencies, we want to be solution makers. We want to be that company that has reps and agents that's prone and trained to be solution agents. We want to be consultants. We don't want to sell or anything like that. We want to be. We don't want to be transactional. Okay, we don't want to be transactional. We want to be consultative in our approach. So this EPOP program was a program that has evolved from a proven wellness-based reimbursement framework. Okay, so EPOP once was called Whimper and Submert. I don't know, some of you all that's on the call has been with us for a few years now know that when we started out some time ago, it was called the Submert, and then it was the Whimper. The Whimper was the Wellness and Integrated Medical Plan. Expense or reimbursement, which is a medical expense reimbursement structure. Then they had the Submert, so it was, and then we had the Wellness Plus program. Okay, so all of these things has increased from your basic cafeteria plan to the Whimper to the Submert to the Wellness Plus to now the EPOP. Okay, so the EPOP is a better description of exactly what it is that we are doing with this program. I love it. Why? Because you are optimizing the payroll taxes burden, that a tax burden that's being handed to these employees. I'm sorry, employers. Okay, so the EPOP is a modeling evolution. Okay, and it's combining a few things here. It's combining federal tax compliance, which is important, especially right now in today's times. The IRS is cracking down on companies right now that has been utilizing this program and not being compliant with their wellness program. This is why we want to make sure that when we explain in this program, we let our clients know that our program comes with attorney-backed audit protection, which is with Heisman Law Firm. They are partnering with G2 Global Network. So any company that you sign up and register, they automatically are covered under Heisman Law Firm and protected for audits and things of that nature. So this is definitely a good thing, which is what they are connecting with when they connect with G2 Global Network. We want to make sure that these companies are not getting any type of violations or any type of fines. They're even talking about criminal actions against CEOs and things of that nature that's taking these particular type of programs, and they're milking them, for a lack of better words, because keep in mind that the reason why they're getting these savings is because of them having employees. But if these employees are not taking advantage of the program, which is a monthly commitment and requirement, that they must take advantage of the program, whether they are going to see a doctor, taking a look at any of the brochures, setting any telemed appointments, any family counseling, any prescription usage, or even just reading or reading literature or getting information, informative videos, things of that nature. In order for them to stay compliant, they must have that combination, one of those items being met. And that's where our partners come in at. They make sure work directly with the company's HR department, and they work directly with the benefits department to make sure and ensure that these employees are being compliant and they're taking advantage of that. So what's happening is that these companies that's taking advantage of these savings aren't making sure that they are keeping those employees true to what's required under this particular program. So our program isn't like that. All of our employees will be compliant. We have a team, implementation team that works directly, like I said, with the HR and the benefit providers to make sure that these employees are getting some type of reminder every month, hey, make sure you set an appointment, make sure you see a doctor, make sure you read this information or look at this video or whatever the case may be, just to make sure that they are informed and they're participating against with the rules, because if they don't, what happens is that they get kicked out of the program. The employees get kicked out of the program. So with that being said, employers that's not being compliant are still receiving the savings. They're still receiving the benefits. They're still stacking up money while the employees are kicked out of the program. And so the IRS is coming down on this to make sure that these companies are being compliant and they're not just getting money and getting, extra cash uh, for a particular program like this, utilizing these federal FICA tax credits, and the employees are not benefiting from it. Okay. So the EPOP is a modern evolution as it relates to combining those federal tax compliance, also payroll tax optimization. These companies are paying into the payroll taxes, and they're meeting, I forget what the breakdown is. It may be like a 70-30 type breakdown where they're putting 70%, they're paying 70% toward the benefits and the payroll taxes for their employees, and then the employees have to match with like about 30% somewhere in there. But to have an employer not to have to pay that, or to reduce that cost by a significant amount, puts more money back into their bottom line, creating more profitability. Okay. Employer savings, employer savings, employee wellness benefits, and compliance oversight. These are the things that this EPOP is combining and reflecting. Okay, so these employee benefits is huge. The employee benefits are huge. Think about that, because these employee benefits are things like 24/7 telemedicine access, okay? Things like virtual primary care. We're going to talk about those things in a second here. But there's a lot of different things that they can benefit from, okay? But here's how it works. This is what EPOP leverages. It leverages those FICA tax credits that we just spoke of, IRS 125. That's called the cafeteria plan. It's called the cafeteria plan. This is IRS code 125. This was the original FICA tax credit that was given back in 1972. So when this first started, it was back in this is not a new program, you all. Let me just share this with you. This is not a new program. It is a revised one, but these are not new FICA tax credits that was given. The first 125 and the 105 was the original, but they added more tax credits to this, and these companies do not know. If they have a wellness program already, they're benefiting already from the 125 cafeteria plan, and they may be benefiting from the 105, but they're not taking advantage of the other. So when they tell you things like, "Oh, I already have that, I have that program," you want to say, "Are you sure?" Because there were some revisions to the FICA tax credits, and more was given out. Why don't you let us do a payroll analysis just to check and make sure that you do have it? And if you're all up to speed, up to date, then fine. But the EPOP leverages the IRS code 125 or section code 125, section code 105 and 105, okay? And then FICA payroll tax optimization, and it leverages also the FICA payroll tax optimization strategy, okay? So the results with this is, with leveraging this 125 and a 105 tax credits, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, what those tax credits are. The results are that employers legally reduce the taxable payroll exposure. Okay, the employer benefits and save up to $1,000 per employee annually. And when you're speaking with clients, please make sure that we stay compliant and not tell any client that you're going to save $1,000 per employee. You want to make sure that you're clear to say you're going to save up to $1,000 per employee annually. Because most people, that's going to be contingent upon the salaries that's being paid, right? So a lot of the numbers that I'm seeing right now, just to be candid with you, I'm seeing numbers around $500 in savings, okay, per employee. But of course, the higher the tax bracket, I'm sorry, the salary, the more that you will be able to offer these customers in terms of savings. Okay, so make sure that we stay compliant. We don't want to have anybody looking at us weird. That we're letting the clients know that they're saving up to 1,000 per employee annually. Okay, and we can give them final numbers once we run their payroll analysis report. Also, the result here is that it's going to reduce the FICA payroll taxes. It's going to improve employee retention. 87% of employees work for companies they don't want to be at, nor do they like working for, but they do it for the sake of benefits. They do it for the sake of benefits. And some of you all on this call right now have had jobs that you did not want to leave for the sake of benefits. You guys know people used to say, oh, I can't leave that job. They got what? Good benefits, right? So, this is something that you can also share with these companies or the brokerages that you're dealing with. To increase their retention. And here's the second part, also make these companies more attractive. What's making Fortune 500 companies more attractive than some of the mom and pop locations and stores is the fact that they're able to offer better benefits. What makes federal government jobs more attractive than some of these other companies is the fact that they have better benefits. So, if you're in the job market, one of the very first things that you're looking at outside of how much do I make and how much am I taking home is what is a benefit package like? So to be able to come and give these clients a lesser amount in payroll taxes and additional benefits to what they already have, it makes them compatible to Fortune 500 companies as it relates to attracting new talent and new people because of what it is that they're able to offer. Okay. So it improves the employee retention and also increases benefit value without increasing the payroll costs. So now your employees have a higher benefit package. It increases that value, but it does not increase the company's costs. And it does not increase the employer's costs. So what are you saying, Mo? I'm saying that you're able to sign up companies with no out of pocket expense, no credit checks, has nothing to do with their financial position, and there's no check that's going to be written at the end. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I really want you all to hear me. There's no threat of a customer telling you, no, I don't want to spend that amount, or my credit is not right, or my business hasn't been in business long enough, or any of these things. These are things that these companies are automatically approved for already. They just don't know it. You're just getting them lined up and getting this information on your lap and letting them know, hey, did you guys get your FICA tax credits? Apply it yet for your benefit strategies or your benefit packages. Okay, you guys are leaving money on the table. You're leaving up to $1,000 per employee that you're overpaying. That you're overpaying every year, up to $1,000 per employee. Okay, so When you think about that, right, and you take a small company that may have 100 employees, that means that this company is potentially putting out $100,000 overage. They can use $100,000 and allocate those dollars somewhere else. So the important facts of this particular program is that there is no cost to sign up. I don't I don't know how you can't sell something that's free. Okay? You shouldn't have a problem with selling anything that's free. That's free to them. They don't have to pay for anything. They don't have to have credit. All they need is 3 employees working 30 hours per week or more to make them pre-qualified. It's a fully compliant structure, and we have an implementation team that manages everything. Everything's automated. There's no problem. Okay, so this is a program when you guys are talking about scaling, right? When you're talking about scaling and really getting out here to find another way to make money, remember this is a residual payout to you. That 100 customers right now, if you sign up a company, one company right now with 100 employees and you get them registered, that's $3,000 a month that you're getting. Now, to some of you all, $3,000 a month, it's just a drop in the bucket, right? But keep in mind, you do the job one time, you'll continue to get that money every month. But continue to keep stacking and compounding that. What are you going to do when you get to 1,000 employees on your book? You're up to $30,000 a month with a program that you don't have to sell. All you have to do is give it away and make people aware of it. Okay. So why does this matter right now? Why does this matter? Okay. It matters because the average cost to replace an employee right now is about 20 to 30% of the annual salary. So retention is important. If we can help companies to retain their employees, we can save them from having to put out 20 to 30% extra to replace the employee that they just lost. 20 to 30% of the annual salary extra, right? So replacing a $50,000 employee can cost $10,000 to $15,000 plus. Now, 70%, okay? 70% is what the statistics show here. I read about 87%, but 70% of employees say that benefits influence job decisions. I know you guys can attest to that. Benefits influence job decisions. If you could take a smaller salary, but have a huge benefit structure, things like medical, medical assistant, family counseling, marital counseling, right? Chiropractic counseling, 24/7 access, those type of things will help those employees stay at that job because they will lose those benefits if they leave that job. So small businesses are struggling, trying to compete with corporate benefit packages. How can the small guys compete with the big guys if they can't give what the big guys are giving? So this now puts you in a position to help these companies to scale. I need you all to hear me. You're helping these companies to scale. Yet only a small percentage of businesses are aware of payroll optimization wellness strategies like this EPOP. Okay, with all of those savings and all of these wonderful things, a lot of businesses are just not aware. This is a massive, and when I say massive, team, I mean this is a massive market opportunity right now. The longer you wait to get out there, the longer you're giving the big boys the opportunity, which they're speculating that in the next 2 or 3 years, the big boy insurance companies and all of these bigger companies are going to dominate this space. So you're getting in right now as a pioneer. It's just like getting in on Bitcoin when it first started. It's just like getting in on Google and Yahoo and all of these wonderful companies when it first started getting in on their stocks options. You're catching this at a time where you can, by the time that it becomes saturated, you guys are already in, you've already making your money. You already have a name for yourself because you got in at the right time. This is the right time. Take this seriously. You don't need a whole lot of numbers on your book to make a lot of money. Listen, I can make you 6 figures right here just by forget about 1,000 people or anything like that. Just put 277 people in. How about just 200? How about 277 people? Right? That's literally 23 a company with 23 employees. One company with 23 employees every month for 12 months. So if you took one company that got 23 employees, you put them in. If you did that 12 times, that gives you 277 employees. You can do that once a month. But what it gives you from a financial standpoint is $8,300 per month. That's 90-something thousand a year. Okay? So it's almost almost $100,000 a year just by only placing 277 employees in this particular program. You can do that with one company. Go sign up a company, got 277 people, you're at 6-figure income. You're there. And it's residual. And you don't have to do the job over and over. You go to your job right now, you have to get up in the morning, you have to get ready, get your clothes on, go fight traffic, go deal with the different attitudes at your job, deal with the different tasks, stay at that job 8 to 10 hours a day, okay? Give them your time, and then you make $100,000, if that, by the end of the year. What I'm showing you is a way to go and find 277 employees, sign them up one time in 1 month, and you can relax if you chose to for the rest of the year. But you're going to get that check every month. Okay? You're going to get that check every single month. So you're solving payroll pressure, you're solving retention issues, you're solving the benefit competition gaps. You're filling those gaps. This is a hot commodity. Okay? This is a hot commodity. This is massive. This is massive, okay? So the benefit packages, as we were speaking of earlier, look, 24/7 telemedicine access. That means you can see the doctor at the drop of a hat, right? Virtual primary care. You can talk to a doctor any time of the day, any time of the night. Physical therapy. This is what you get under this package, right? How about help with bill pay? They have a bill pay system, right? Stress management support, leading mental health support, annual personalized health risk assessments. You can do that once a year. Go get a full risk assessment, a full risk health assessment to make sure you get checked for cancers and heart disease and all of these different things. Couples therapies. Some of you guys and some of your clients are married and need couple therapy. What about personal therapy, diabetes counseling, addiction therapy? This is all the additional benefits that the employees will receive. You get access to lower cost medication, medical concierge software, simple smartphone access use. This is modern, digital, accessible healthcare support without increasing the employer overhead. That's the huge part here. Okay? So why are these business owners saying yes? When you present the EPOP correctly, the answer is obvious. It's obvious. The employees, this is a win-win situation. You're saving up to $1,000 per employee. There's no upfront enrollment costs. There's no out-of-pocket employer funding. There's no disruption. This is huge right here. There's no disruption to the existing health insurance program that they currently have in place. Okay? It's improved it improves the employee morale. It increases the retention. And as we spoke of earlier, it's ACA compliance. Okay, the Affordable Care Act is compliance. And it's IRS compliant and approved. All right, and even better, it enhances existing benefit structure. It does not replace them. So when individuals say, I don't want to get rid of my benefit package, it does not, we don't want you to get rid of it either. It just enhances what you already have. That's great news. That's great news. Okay. So there's different industries that you really want to target when you're out promoting this EPOP program. You want to target industries with 3 or more employees. You want to target industries with high payroll. You want to target industries with turnover challenges, people that's already that's turning over, that has a high turnover, like restaurants, servers and things like that. That's a high turnover. What else? Car dealerships would be another one that's a high turnover. Okay, so you want to target with those industries. All right. Limited benefit packages, people who don't have a benefit package. You want to target those. Why? Because here's something else. You can actually give them the benefit package. Just because we're enhancing what they have, you can also give them an actual benefit package with all of the supplemental coverage along with it. So you have that access as well. Okay. So you want to target those industries, but then when you're talking about recruiting people to be on your team, you want to recruit CPAs. Why? Payroll companies. Why? Insurance brokers, HR consultants, business funding consultants, right? They can become your referral partners. I want you to think about that. Why? Why? Because they already serve these clients with the book of business. They already have a book of business. They're already serving these clients. CPA's job is to go through these clients' books and to find where they're spending excessive amount of money. Their job is to help them to trim the fat. And here's another add-on to them. So now you're taking these type of companies that would necessarily just get paid one time once they do the job, once they finish filing the taxes, once they are implementing the payroll for companies, once they've done the insurance deal, once they've hired the HR department for these HR consultants. These people are already dealing with the decision makers that has employees already. You want to recruit these type of people, these business funding consultants, you want to recruit them to be part of your team because this now changes their one-time pay into a every month pay. So now you're scaling these companies because the CPA is going to love you. What do you mean I can get paid once? I mean, every month off of one customer. Well, you've got 300 customers in your book, right? These are business customers. Your job was to save them money, put money back into their bottom line. Here's a federal tax strategy that you can implement as an add-on. You don't have to change anything for them. You don't have to change their benefit package. You don't have to do anything. What you have to do is do an add-on and just give them these additional FICA tax credits, and now you're making $30 per employee every month. That's a win-win. So some of these high opportunity industries is construction companies, transportation and trucking firms, home health agencies, staffing agencies, restaurants, manufacturing companies, auto dealerships, real estate brokerages, medical practices, dental offices, security companies, janitorial, nonprofits, which yes, we can do churches. What about some of those churches? You know they want to save money, right? You know it. They're non-for-profit, so we can do non-for-profit organizations. If they have W-2 employees in there, we can go in there and save them money. We just signed up a church. We're doing another one now. Call centers, property management companies, churches with staff. Okay, so these are the different industries and the different companies that you want to target as it relates to leveraging this particular program properly. Okay, leveraging this particular program properly. This is exactly what you want to do. You want to leverage this particular program properly. Okay. So there's different ways to introduce the EPOP to business owners. There's a soft introduction, a curiosity-based introduction, financial angle that you can go, and there's a retention angle and a referral angle. Okay. So that soft introduction, people say, well, how do I introduce this? It's simple. Are you currently using any federal payroll optimization strategies to reduce that FICA exposure? See how simple that is? That's a soft introduction. Are you currently using any federal payroll optimization strategies to reduce that FICA exposure, to reduce your FICA tax payouts, your payroll taxes? Do you have anything in place that's going to help you to do that? Or you can use the curiosity-based technique, okay? Did you know that most employers qualify for a federal tax strategy that can reduce payroll taxes and increase employee benefits at no cost? Did you hear about that? Hey, what if I can show you how to save up to $1,000 per employee annually without cutting salaries? What would you I'm sorry, would you want to see that? Would you be interested in exploring that? If I can show you how to save up to $1,000 per employee annually without cutting any salaries, would you be interested in seeing that? So these are different ways for you to introduce. Okay. What about that retention? Are you doing anything innovative right now to retain your employees beyond traditional benefits? The referral partner angle. Listen, we help businesses reduce payroll tax exposure while strengthening employee wellness. Who do you know that employs 3 or more people? That's a big one right there. I think that's probably one of the more, subtle ways to getting this information out to people and networking. Hey, listen, my company that I'm with, we help businesses reduce payroll tax exposures while strengthening their employee wellness. Do you know anyone that employs 3 or more people for their company, right? And you can give them, guys, listen, you're agents now. You have your own agency. You can pay them. That money that you're getting paid, that's your company money. You can divvy that money however you decide you want to divvy it. You might want to pay your referral partners $5 per employee, $10 per employee. You might want to give them a one-time referral bonus for sending you the deal. Think about someone that sends you 100 or send you 1,000 employee deal, right? You can give them, you make $30,000 on that. You can give them half of the first month, payment, okay, as a referral, maybe one time. Or if you want to put them on a residual, you can do that too. This is your agency, okay? So you have the power, because most companies right now are only paying out, that's doing this, they're only paying their people probably $9, $10. I think we were on the high side. We were paying our reps $15 per employee. But as an agency, you guys are in the big league, getting paid $30 per employee. It does not take much. And when I tell you, you guys need to get out there and start grinding and really getting this, taking this seriously, take it seriously. People are turning in deals right now on a regular basis. Why? Because they're taking it seriously. $30 per employee every month. Now, this implementation is made easy for you guys. We have a implementation team. So we do what's called like a complementary evaluation. We analyze the payroll structure. There's no cost to them for that. We personalize the benefit package to make sure that it's conducive to that particular company. And the employers see exact savings projections. They're going to see exactly what we show them on paper. That's going to be exactly their savings. And let me say this, they will realize those savings the following payroll run after this program is implemented for them. So they're going to start seeing these savings every month. They don't have to wait a year to see the savings. It's going to start reducing their costs monthly. They'll start seeing those savings then. So they'll start realizing that money every month. It's an auto enrollment, it's easy virtual enrollment system, and you guys will have access to as well. The employees enroll quickly via smartphones. There's a benefit management system, and our team here at G2 Global Network and our subsidiary team handles the implementation, the ongoing management, the compliance oversight, the employee support, and employers do not manage the program themselves. Please be clear with that. The employers do not manage the program themselves. So, I heard a customer say that they don't think they're going to have time to manage this particular type of program. Well, that's not the case. You don't have to manage this program yourself. We have that all under control with our implementation team and our partner team. Okay, so we will have that all under control. Okay, so compliance and audit protection is a huge, huge thing for us. Our attorneys that works with us is big on this compliance and audit protection. Okay, so compliance is everything. Compliance is everything. EPOP operates within federal tax and ACA guidelines. We're partnering with Heisman Law Group to ensure compliance oversight and audit support. What exactly does that mean? It means that this is structured, that this program is structured according to IRS guidelines. That means that this program is ACA compliance maintained. Okay? It means that legal review framework is in place. We have legal eyes on this. Okay? Documentation systems is established. Audit protection protocols are active, and important clarification. Okay, it's important clarification. That's what it means. Audit protection does not mean you won't be audited. Let's be clear. Okay, let's be clear. Does not mean that you will not be audited. But what it does mean is that you will pass the audit. Okay, it means that you will pass the audit because you're going to be compliant. Okay, it means that documentation is properly structured. It means that your legal defense support is available. They get to talk to your attorneys. It means that you are positioned to pass an audit. This is what you're bringing to the table with your program for your clients. All G2 clients are protected under this compliance structure. This gives the employers confidence and removes their fear. Okay? This gives the employers confidence and removes their fear. So this is an added benefit for you all. This is an added benefit for your clients. All right. So when you're speaking with these referral partners and customers, you have to make sure that you're sharing the information with them so they can be at ease. Okay. So why do you want to choose G2 Global Network? I am so glad that you asked. Why G2? We have national reach. We have natural reach. We have a structured, compliant program, which is a benefit to not only us but to your clients. We have a complimentary evaluation process. Right? We have professional implementation team. We have audit protection. There's no cost to enroll. Once again, I don't understand why this would be a challenge where there's no cost to enroll, there's no credit requirements, there's no financial documentation that they need to prove. It's not, I mean, any of that. Okay, so you're offering this, you're not just offering EPOP. You're offering payroll tax strategy. You're offering employee retention solution. You're offering a wellness benefit expansion. You're offering legal compliance protection, and you're offering recurring agency income. This is what you're offering, this opportunity. So once again, this is a win-win program for you and your clients, you and your referral agents. This is a win-win. Everyone wins. Everybody. Okay? So out of all of the programs that we have and all of the products that we have, this particular program outweighs them all. This is why this is our signature program. We have all type of funding, private funding. We have, you name it. But this particular program, we don't have to get any appraisals, no credit checks, no income, restrictions, no income restrictions, any of that. And you can make more money doing this than any of those other programs. You may make a bigger commission on one time on a commercial deal, but by the time you make that one deal commercial, you could have signed up 10 or 20 people, maybe 10 people that got 10 employees, small companies. You don't have to go out looking for the big companies. Go for the small companies. Go for the smaller companies. Start small. Okay? Start small. You don't have to start big. Start small. Once again, 277 employees is going to get you $8,300 per month. I mean, I don't know about you, but $8,300 per month, that's $100,000. That's $100,000. That's $100,000. This is easy. This is easy. Okay? So the EPOP is not a product. This is not a product. It's a strategy that you now know. It's a retention solution, and it's a tax optimization system, and it's a doorway to recurring income for every G2 global agency. Okay? You know that this program exists, and a lot of people do not. Don't miss the boat. Don't miss the boat. Study your EPOP, Start lining up your relationship. This is a single leverage play. You do not have to be the EPOP expert. You don't have to be the guru. There's no need for you to be the guru. Okay? There's no need for you to be the guru. What you need to be is you need to be a consultant. You need to be a consultant that's consulting these companies on leveraging this particular program to scale their business from where it currently is to its next level by saving them money, increasing their retention, and just giving them a program that they're already approved for. Okay, they're already approved for this. They don't have to go get approved. It's already approved. They just don't know it. Okay, there's your secret. There's your secret. This is real simple. You guys got to get out and go and really put this out there. Okay. Don't forget, guys, on Monday, this is our training for the day, but don't forget that on Monday, this is our momentum call. This is where we're recruiting other agents like yourself. This is when we want you to bring those that you feel that would be a great benefit and asset to G2 Global Network. Bring them on the Monday call so we can expose these opportunities to them. All of the people that you know and love and those that you know that's business minded, you want to get them on this call because once they hear this program and they hear about what's available, they're going to take this and run with it. It's a leverage play. We got guys right now just going nuts with this, okay? It's a leverage play. Let that light bulb click on and really take this seriously. Do the job one time and keep getting paid over and over and over and over. Okay. All right. That's our EPOP training for today. I'm so glad that you guys have come out on today. I want to make sure that I see you all on Monday. All of you all that's on this call, please make sure that you invite someone out on Monday's call. Please make sure that you invite someone out on Monday's call. It's all about recruitment. I don't want to see all of our same faces on there because you guys are going to get the same training that you get every Monday, but we are about sharing this opportunity. So bring people out that has not heard about the opportunity. And then on Wednesdays, this is where we teach you about the different products and programs. And then every fourth Friday of the month, we do what's called mindset development training as well. Okay. Once again, I'm so grateful and honored to have all of you on this call, all of our guests that's on this call. I will see each and every one of you on Monday. And keep in mind that we are going to the top together, guys. We can't do this alone. Once again, wings up. I will see you at the top. Any question that you have, please hold it to after this call. Wings up. I will see each and every one of you all at the top.